A very good presentation and a topic that goes right to your heart. Believe me. Are you aware? Basically, the biochar is a pre-treatment process that you're going to be used in any industry before they discharge into a source of water. That's exactly what it is, right?
Exactly. The goal is actually to close the loop on the water system.
Right.
So we will treat the water. In the past case, the water would just be discharged directly into the river, and then they would remove more water and just complete the process. Our goal is to treat the water that they pollute.
At the source.
Exactly, where it is most concentrated and therefore requires the least amount of energy to sequester the same amount of contaminants.
No, I'm just wondering if you're using a byproduct of the sugar cane. Had that ever been used in order to have this type of pre-treatment process? Had ever been used before in any other place that you're aware of or not?
Not in the field, but bagasse has, according to many journals and articles, and also studies done, it has high characteristics to absorb to these metals. So it can be field applied.
Okay, all right, thanks. Oh, I'm gonna move to the left.
I think you have a very excellent job. I have a question about the trace elements. Why did you choose copper and zinc and not mercury and cadmium?
Okay, well, there's a reason. Because these metals specifically are released in high concentrations from metal smelting factories. We've done intense research on many metal smelting factories throughout the world. And according to that research, they release 3 top metals: lead, zinc, and copper at high levels, exorbitant amount of levels that they can pose negative health effects. And it's already, in terms of concentration in the Almendares River, they're in high concentrations already.
My question was because if you see the European requirements of toxic elements, those that I mentioned, are those considered? And the copper and zinc are almost no considered.
Well, the biochar has a high absorptive capacity for numerous pollutants. These are simply the 3 major constituents of this particular factory that we chose to focus our research on simply for your understanding. However, there will be numerous other pollutants that will also be captured as byproducts during this process. You have volatile organic compounds as well as other heavy metals that are there in less trace amounts than the 3 primary constituents which we chose.
On the point guard, moving to the right.
Excellent presentation. Excellent presentation. You've captured the essence of the Cuba Infrastructure Challenge. You presented a problem, you addressed it using engineering, and you captured why we're engineers, to life and safety. So congratulations. I have a question for you, though. What do you do with the biochar after? How do you dispose of it?
So there are 2 things that you can do. Either you can recharge it, or either you can just underground. You can just capture it there. Storage, basically. We propose storing it right now because we believe that even though you regenerate it, the efficiency might not be very high. So we want to store it.
It's better to have the metals at least sequestered in a location rather than out in the environment where there's numerous methods of transmission.
Yes. And currently that is the best option in the environmental engineering and landfill design areas. Yes.
Excellent presentation, my colleagues. I have no questions. I do want to commend you on your presentation. I thought it was spot on the way you drive home the point, and I think it's important that, very simple what you put up there, but the message got through. So you went after the big rocks, and I think you succeeded. Well done.
Thank you so much, judges. Thank you.
Thank you. To the judges, is there any questions from the audience at this time? Okay, if not, thank you to the UF team. And at this time, well, give them a round of applause. I want to take this small time to commend all of the teams. I want to let all of you guys know the work that has been put to these presentations and to the reports is extensive. This is something they're doing outside of their classrooms, outside of their research. Coquille, Darren, and several others here are conducting undergrad and graduate research. So this is something that they're doing outside. They have taken their time to compile a very well-written report and a very good presentation, as you have seen here today. So I do want to commend all of the teams, whether they win or they get second place or third place, they're all winners today. So round of applause for them. At this time, it is 11:47, 11:48. We will break for lunch for 1 hour, and we will be back here at 1 o'clock to present the winners. Before anybody gets up, I do want to have everybody go outside those two double doors, as we will take a infrastructure picture for our gala. So please move on to those side of the doors briefly. Thank you.